Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Pancho Show. I am your host, Francisco Lopez, also known as Pancho. I wanted to talk to you today about business and actual business strategies, specifically how to build value in the eyes of your clients or the consumers. So, when it comes to building value, it doesn't matter what industry you're in. There's a few factors that are basically all the same across the board. You have good marketing, you have branding, you have products, you have service, and all of it, depending on the quality level of it, is going to be what determines the value of your offer. Your offer meaning whatever it is that you're selling. You could be a service-based business or a retail-based business or a product-based business, right? At the end of the day, it's all in the perception of the consumer whether or not they're going to see your particular offer as something worth paying for. So you have to be very careful and you have to tailor yourself to whatever market you want to be in. You don't necessarily have to be the top of the food chain when it comes to being the most expensive and the most valuable. You may be very successful with offering something with just at a low cost, low price point, and just do sheer volume and have a successful business. You know, we're all familiar with the difference between a Nordstrom's or a Neiman Marcus, or as some friends of mine like to call it, needless markups, to versus a Walmart, you know, or something of that nature, or a 99-cent store. The two just simply cannot compare. You have a totally different atmosphere from the moment you walk in the doors to whatever products you're going to be buying to everything. It's a totally different situation here, right? So, for example, and I like using this example because I think anybody that's out there can really relate and understand it. There's this place that I like to go to, and we go pretty often. It got to a point that we used to go like every Sunday. I've been going to this place literally for over 10 years when I used to work selling cars. And it's Cesar's Taco Shop. Everybody knows it as El Chavo because they have a Chavo del Ocho, which is a very famous TV character from Mexico, just standing there like a sculpture of it, standing on top of one of the trash cans. It's a cool place. But anyways, it's located right outside of the National City swap meet. And these guys, many years ago, turned their house into basically a taco shop. And they sell carnitas tacos, they sell barbacoa, they sell fish tacos, but their specialty is the carnitas. And then on the opposite side of the spectrum, there's another restaurant that we visited recently that's called Javier's. It's in La Jolla. They have other locations everywhere. Pretty decent place. I had a really good experience when I went to Vegas. When I went to La Jolla, it wasn't really that great. Wasn't really impressed. I'm attributing it to them going through growing pains because they literally had just opened and the place was packed. So don't think that this is a bash on Javier's. I enjoy the place. But at the end of the day, here's what ended up happening. We were there. It was just my wife, friend, his wife, and myself. And we just had a few drinks and some food. Anyways, the bill was almost $400. One of the plates that we ordered, and I actually try to look it up in the menu right here to try to get the exact dollar amount so that I don't make a mistake. So correct me if I'm wrong. But if I'm not mistaken, the carnitas plate, which is the exact same type of food that you can buy at this shop over here, I think it was like 35 or $40. It was well served. It was a good portion of carnitas, and it came with all the stuff that you needed to make your tacos. And you make your own tacos, and they were decent. Like I said, nothing amazing, but they were decent. At the end of the day, here's the difference. One of the places is located right outside the National City swap meet. The other place is located over in La Jolla, right? And the place is beautiful. I think I heard somebody say that they invested well over $1 million in just remodeling the place just to make it beautiful. Now, one place, they both serve the exact same food. Honestly, my preference, if you were to ask me, hey, where would you rather go eat? What's tastier? What tastes better? It would be the National City place. I would much rather eat those tacos than the ones over there in La Jolla. If they were both the same price, I would, and they just told me here, which one would you prefer? I would prefer the National City ones. And the National City tacos are $1.50, and over here was probably every taco probably cost around $5 or $6. So it's a big price difference. But why do people happily pay 4 or 5 times more at this other place? Because you have the whole experience. Yet you have that perceived value. Instead of having to stand in line in a place that's not immaculate, you sit down at a nice table, next to a fire pit, kind of outdoorsy, with some, I don't know why they have like a bunch of ropes hanging off of the ceiling or whatever, and it just looks very elegant, and it got that nice feel. And somebody comes over, takes your order, and brings you the food. So you have that whole package. It's the whole experience. So whatever business you are particularly in, whether it's a service-based business or it's a product business, you have to figure out a way to tailor your presentation and your offer to whatever market share you want to be in. You can't be trying to do everything at the highest level possible if your goal is to be selling. For example, if you're talking about real estate, it would be ridiculous if you offered incredible, amazing marketing that could cost you thousands of dollars to try to sell a home that's $300,000, because you'll end up losing money. You don't have the price point to be able to absorb all those costs associated with that type of marketing, or that type, the print jobs, or the type of photography that is required, right? Versus you go and you market to $3-4 million homes. Now you're able to do that. Plus, it's really funny. I've had a situation recently where my marketing is top notch. We actually go way above and beyond the traditional type of marketing that you can find for any real estate firm out there. We really go overboard. It doesn't matter the price of the house. It doesn't matter if it's a $200,000 listing or $1 million listing. We're doing all the same things. However, I've realized something that's pretty weird. Those people that are selling the $1 million homes really, really appreciate it and really see the value in it, versus the ones that are in the less expensive homes, they don't see it. It's something that's very weird. I think it has to do with psychology or something, and I don't understand it. I don't quite grasp it, because like I said, the value is there. It's all the same, yet they don't see it. So if your primary objective is to do higher volume, you don't need to do all that craziness and spend so much money and giving amazing value, because then you're not going to be able to charge appropriately for the higher volume price ranges, if that makes any sense. And for example, in the restaurant, we just took over a restaurant. As you guys know, it's going to be called Las Pinches Tortas. We're opening soon. And one thing that we're very careful with is that our marketplace. So we're in El Cajon, and it's a nice area of El Cajon and everything, but we know that the demographic there is not the highest income. So we have to be careful, because at first we're thinking, man, let's put in these like really cool plates and make it like a really fancy restaurant, because it's so big that it has the potential to be that. But it can't be done in that place, because if we start trying to offer plates that any plate is going to be $20 to $25, people in that area probably more than likely are not going to be going in there to buy it. So you have to be very careful. Again, you as a business owner or as a salesperson, you have to figure out where the value is and how to adjust your own presentation and your offer based on whatever demographics you're targeting and whatever area of town you're going to be in. So I would ask you that you just really take a deep, close look into everything that you're doing and really figure out, more than anything, primarily what it is that is your target client. Who is it that you want to attract to your business, and tailor your presentation and your business to that. I guarantee you the guys at El Cesar's Taco Shop have zero intention of trying to be a Javier's. And I'm going to tell you why. Because it doesn't matter what day of the week you go over there, at what time of the day that they're open, that they don't have a humongous line out the door. I guarantee you their business is booming, and they're very happy with it, and they're being very successful with it. So why would they try to tweak it and turn it into something that they probably wouldn't be able to do? I guarantee you grab that exact same business in that same look and you put it in La Jolla, and it would fail dramatically. Nobody would want to go there, which is pretty sad that people don't give it the opportunity, but that's just the way it is. So at the end of the day, again, if you are in business or in sales, I would really, really advise you to go in and look at everything that you're doing, find your target market, your target audience, and then start changing everything. So again, the things that you want to focus on are your product, how much of impact or how much effort do you want to put into the quality of your product? That's number one. The quality of your service, the quality of your marketing, because again, it's perception, the quality of your branding. So I've had a very interesting experience right now with Las Pinches Tortas. We've had another restaurant called Tropi Fruit for about 9 years. We've had it on Instagram, we've had it on social media, we've had a lot of things. And the name and the logo is something that we kind of bought it as is. We didn't have money at the time to change it to something that we liked a little bit better. So we kind of just went with the flow. And it's really weird because Las Pinches Tortas, which has an amazing logo, and we're making sure to do everything in really high quality for photography, for social media, and this and that, in just a few weeks is getting a ton more engagement, and it's not even open yet, than the other restaurant. So why is that? It's perception. It's that branding. It's that marketing. So the key element here, in order to succeed in business or in sales at a super high level, is to always, always, always focus on offering more value than what your charges, than what you're charging for it. So I think one of the reasons why we're being very successful in real estate right now is because the value that we're giving our clients at any price point far exceeds the cost that they're paying. By us offering staging that we pay for, professional photography, professional video, high-end lockbox service, and showing scheduling, a concierge type service, which is something that we call it, which is internal. That's something that you have communication with us 24/7 if needed. All these type of things are definitely more valuable than just the traditional, hey, let me take a few pictures with my cell phone, put it on the MLS, sit down and twiddle my thumbs to see if somebody comes over and makes an offer. You're talking a world of difference. So when people see that and we're charging the same as other companies, it's a no-brainer, right? I mean, it blows people away. They're like, heck yeah, where do I sign? Same thing with building our real estate team. We're making sure to offer awesome things to our team members so that they are like, damn, I don't ever want to leave. I'm super happy here. I'm getting everything that I need to be successful and at a fraction of the cost of other teams. So again, it's just always focusing on making sure to find a way to provide more value than whatever it is that you're charging or it's going to cost the consumer or your client or your team members. Another good example is at Las Tortas. We're making sure that our portions are nice and big. The presentation is clean. The presentation looks good, Instagram worthy, so that people can take pictures and share them. The place is going to be immaculate. There's no way anybody can ever say, oh, dude, that was filthy or something like that. What happens is that if they go down the street to another restaurant, they're not going to get the same quality food. They're not going to be greeted with an amazing smile and super high energy, happy ambiance. And they're not going to be able to get all that for that price range. Guess what? That's how you create raving fans. That's how you create an atmosphere of everybody wanting to do business with you and referring you their clients and their friends and their family members so that your business just grows and grows and grows. So again, from this moment forward, if you're in business, go back to your drawing board and really figure out, how can you improve the value of whatever it is that you're offering, whether it's a service or a product, so that people can become raving fans because the cost of it the cost of it is far lower than the value. Yeah, it doesn't exceed it. So anyways, I hope you found this message valuable. And if you do, please like, comment, share. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know if it's something that you agree with. If it's not, I'd love to get your feedback on this. As always, I'm always open to suggestions. Thank you very much. I appreciate you listening to this. Oh, and by the way, make sure to subscribe. I need some subscribers on the podcast, some subscribers on the YouTube channel so that we can keep growing and keep pushing forward with our content and bringing you a little bit more. And if you want me to touch bases on other subjects like sales, mindset, health, relationships, whatever it is, just give me a suggestion. I'd love to give you my thoughts on whatever it is that I'm able to. By no means do I think I know it all or that I have all the answers, but I have had some pretty cool life experiences that have allowed me to learn, and I love learning. So I'm always reading and everything. So if there's anything of value that I can share with you, I'd love to do it. So hit me up with some suggestions, and I appreciate you taking the time to listen to this, and thank you so much. Have a great day.